Welcome to the channel, welcome to the vlog, and welcome to the garage. Today, I'll show you guys a little bit of an update with the rockers. I did a little bit of work, a couple hours here and there over the last couple days. But I got the rear post all welded in. I have temporarily screwed in the lower outer rocker on the driver's side. I went to grab the GoPro to film it and it was dead, so rather than just waiting, I just chugged along with it. Sorry if you guys are keeping along. I apologize, but we got to keep this truck moving forward if it's ever going to see the road again. A little bit of an update. The wheels that were on the truck, they are gone. I also had a set of 15-inch rally wheels that came with the truck that were in absolutely no good shape. They were horrible. I listed them on Kijiji and I was honest with the ad, and poof, they sold as well. So now the only set of rims that we have for the truck are the 22-inch transports, which we'll get to that in a second because I put a fender on and I put the wheel on with the spacers. But before we go and look at the transport wheels, before I start to weld this outer rocker back in, what we need to do is actually get the driver's door put back in, bolted up. I did make some marks of where the door hinges sat, so that should help for reference. But we need to get the door put on and the fender put on so that we can line up the outer rocker properly so it sits where it needs to match up with the door and fender, unlike what the previous owner did and just threw it all together and welded her up and just did full send and just didn't line up well. If you guys have been following the vlog, you already know all this stuff. It's also a good thing that I took the old Camaro wheels off the truck because, as you guys know, the truck is a 5x5 bolt pattern. Those wheels were a 5x4.5 bolt pattern. So he had to use a spacer that adapted the two bolt patterns together, which I know is not always the safest thing, but sometimes that's what you got to do to make things work. And as long as you install them properly, they shouldn't be an issue. Coming to installing them properly, on the driver's side front wheel, 4 out of 5 lug nuts were completely cross-threaded, or I don't know what he did, but these lug bolts are a mess. I'm not sure how he installed these or what he did, but obviously they cross-threaded them or put them on way too tight and then they stretched the threads. But trying to take those nuts off the wheels took me hours with lots of lube and using an impact gun to slowly get it backed out, just a few threads at a time. You can see here on these threads, they are just trashed, and what a mess. This spacer I've ordered new studs for so that I can put the studs back in and make this spacer serviceable again, and then I'll be able to sell these, all 4 of them, as a set, which will make it easier rather than just having 3 and 1 with crappy studs. That just doesn't make much sense at all. So let's head over to the passenger side and look at these transport wheels. Well, I got the fender put on with the transport wheel. I gotta say, from this angle, that fender sure looks good. And this wheel sure looks good as well. However, she is going to be tight. So now I'm actually worried that the rim is going to hit the inside of the fender, or it's going to rub and do a lot of rubbing because we haven't actually installed the drop spindles yet as well. Let me get the jack under this wheel and get it jacked up, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about, how the wheel is going to be really close to the fender, and we'll put a straight edge against the wheel and I'll show you how close the rim is going to be. It actually might be okay and never have an issue as long as we take, speed bumps slowly and just take our time, which Project Cruise is going to be a cruiser. So it's not like we're going to be out on the track racing it or driving it like crazy hard. I just don't want to cause any more damage or any more body work than I actually need. The other concern is I don't want to go through the notion of getting these all nicely powder coated and then getting tires and then getting it all installed to find out that they're not going to work, or they don't look good, or they are going to rub. Just so many variables that I'm trying to run through all the scenarios through my head of what can happen. And I know we need to take some risks in life, but if these ones can be mitigated and, you know, I'm not wasting any money or time on getting these powder coated or getting the tires and getting it all mounted, I just don't want to go through that and then have an issue and then now not have any rims or tires for the truck, and it just gonna have to sit here until we can get something sorted. Hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get this wheel jacked up. You probably know that I posed this question on my Instagram page because I was hoping someone was going to answer me on, yep, this, you should have no problems, it'll clear. That could have been really, really bad. I need to slow down, take a breath, and do this a little better. That was terrifying. Good thing I had 4 jack stands and a jack up front already holding the truck so that it didn't come right to the ground. We got a straight edge touching the bottom of the rim, top of the rim, and you can see it kind of comes up onto the inside of the fender well, which the inner fender still has to go on. All the weight is on the truck and there's quite a gap still. I believe the overall size of the wheel would be 29 inches, I think, something like that. Let's get a ruler. If the overall diameter of the wheel was 29 inches, that would basically be 3 inches in the bottom and 3 inches on the top, which still leaves probably 5 inches in total for clearance. So if we go in total with that 3 inches in theory, that gives 33.5 inches from the ground to the inner fender. So if we take off the 2.5 inches for the drop spindles, that will give us 31 inches from the ground to the inner fender. And if 29 inches is the overall diameter of the wheel, then I think we might be okay. I think as long as we don't go over any crazy nasty bumps at any high rate of speed and just take our time cruising with cruise. I think it should fit. I don't know. I'm going to keep doing some measuring and drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is going to work? Is this going to fit? Should I be concerned? Should I go with another set of wheels? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really curious to see if anybody out there watches this and comments on what we should do. On Instagram, a lot of guys just never even focused on the fitment and if they would work. They just, that's the spacer that the wheels are on. They just, everybody hates that and just think it's a really bad idea running. But like we've talked about before, this is not a race truck. It's just a cruiser to go get ice cream or go to Cars and Coffee or just get out and enjoy the open roads. Nothing super crazy like we did in the M3. So yeah, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. I think that's about wraps it up for the day. enough scares for one day, which is enough for me for a lifetime. We do not need to do that again. Hope you guys enjoyed today's quick little update. Let me know what you guys think of the wheels. We put her on some blocks, lowered her down, showed where it's going to sit, measured it out. We're going to have about 2 inches clearance from the tire to the fender, which I think should be okay. I hope. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But like that, we need to figure it out, because if we don't figure it out, we need to either get rid of these wheels, find some different wheels, figure something out that is going to work for this truck so that we can put it back on its feet and hopefully drive it at some point this year. Fingers crossed. That is my ultimate end goal for this year, is I just want to drive it again. We've done a lot of maintenance work and a lot of just complete cleanup that I want to get behind the wheel so I don't lose focus and just want to keep enjoying the truck. So like that, hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.